Welcome back, everybody, to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to be cooking, okay? The Dokkan Battle Cookout is officially here. So if you guys don't know, Dokkan yesterday night released a whole bunch of content into the game, some of which is, I would say, the hardest content in the game by far. It's very difficult. We're hitting a new level of power creep for sure with some of this content today. But there's one stage in particular that I think is difficult outside of a team like GT Bosses and also Cooler's team and stuff like that. So we're going to be hopping into the VEGITO event. This is the like God versus Mortal event. You know, it's basically like last year's event, pretty much. I almost want to compare it more so to the Shadow Dragon event, though. I do want to compare it to that a little bit more. But right now, this is the team we're going to be going with. We're going to be no item running this. So I already did this on Twitter. I'm very excited. I'm just going to hop right in. Ignore the Whis item. We're not going to be using it unless we get really shitty rotations, which it looks like we did not. Omega Shenron is going to be crucial for this run, by the way, because Omega Shenron, he is actually debuffing enemies. So he's lowering Vegito's attack and defense by 25% here. Okay? On top of lowering attack and defense on his super attack for 3 turns. 3 turns, by the way. So, yeah, he's really, really strong in this event. So, we're just going to be no item running this. We got very lucky with how the rotations were laid out here. The thing about Vegito, though, is he is like, he's above a 1 million super attack boss. And he super attacks twice in 1 turn. He can super attack twice in 1 turn. So, that can be very, very scary. But I'm not way too worried about it, right? I'm not way too worried about it. Omega Shenron, this boy cooks. He cooks. We do got to make sure we're getting orbs here. He does have his full damage reduction from the GT boss as part of his passive. Obviously, because we're running GT bosses here. And he only takes 153k damage there. That's not the worst, given that, like... Oh, actually, this is really, really good. It's not the worst, given that, like, you know, we didn't get our super attacks in. And then also, it would have been nice... I think we could have gotten some more rainbow orbs with Omega Shenron, and we would have been fine there. Completely taking no damage. Super 17 is a little worrisome. I would worry about Super 17 a little bit. But once he starts cooking, I think we probably don't have to worry about Super 17 way too much. So the main rotations we're going to want are LR Baby with the Omega Shenron on one rotation, and then LR Android 17 with LR Omega Shenron on the other rotation. And that is going to carry you, like, so hard. Oh boy, us taking 100k per normal there is not nice, but we're gonna cook here because Baby's Great Ape comes out. Now, Baby's Great Ape, I'm just gonna say it now. It's not necessarily crucial to get this no item run. It definitely is not, but it helps a lot. Like in a turn like that, where we were struggling this turn. We were going to be struggling this turn. On the bright side, at the very least, Omega Shenron does have a revive, so. Honestly, dude, this event is perfect for GT bosses. This event actually allows GT bosses to cook. And you know what? I'm just saying, all the Omega Shenron haters, I don't want to hear it from you now, okay? I don't want to hear y'all switch up. I was a day 1 Omega Shenron lover, bruh. Day 1. I don't want to hear anybody switch up on Omega Shenron now. Now that he's the GOAT. Now that he's the god of Dokkan, okay? He's not really... But you get what I'm saying, right? In an event like this, you know, if more bosses were able to be debuffed, villains like Omega Shenron would be 1 billion times more valuable than they are. 1 billion. I'd say even 1 trillion times more valuable than they are, because debuffing is immensely powerful. It's immensely powerful. It's an immensely powerful part of villains' kits. More villains, I would say, have debuffs on them than super class cards, I'd say, right? They typically are the ones that get all the debuffs. So if more bosses are able to be debuffed, I think it would be a lot more important, right? For sure. So Vegito is definitely it's a nice case. It definitely is a nice change of pace when it comes to Vegito. Woo. Yeah, LR Baby's gonna cook though. I'm not way too worried about this, man. His grade A form is really, really good. It does suck that we got it a little bit earlier than we would have liked, because we're gonna hop out of this with way less HP than we'd like. So we're below 50% HP here because Super 17 took way too much damage. So on this turn, Grade 8 Baby's gonna he's gonna de-transform here, and that's fine. We do get that. We do get the revive here, so that's nice. Now if we actually die, that's a different question. that's a different question. If we don't die on this turn though, it's fine. Because we have the Omega Sharron on the next rotation to cover us there as well. I would prefer if... Who do we have? We have Super 17. I guess I would prefer if we died next turn with Super 17 on rotation so we can get this strong rotation again. Just so we don't have to worry about... It is a little weaker. We do have the friend one who's 100%, I'm pretty sure. The friend Omega Sharron who's 100%. So, I mean, we wouldn't really have to be worrying about him dying at all. But Baby is not Baby, but 17 is a definite worry, right? We did see him take 100k per normal. On the bright side, though, I guess I could say he is building up damage reduction. Really, Baby? Hold on. I guess he does get dodge once he falls below a certain amount of HP, huh? And then these guys as well. We might actually just not die. We have to take a super attack to die here. That's just what's going to have to happen. We're going to have to take a super attack to die. If the 17s do... That's fine. Dude, the 17s I actually think cook so hard this event, unironically. I really do. Watch me say this, and then they get hit with a... They're getting all their additionals. I don't know, man. GT bosses in this event looks really good. And it's not like it's like... It is pretty easy, but if you're not careful, you can definitely get caught up. Oh my god, look at this. Wow, we survived that rotation. That's nuts. That's actually nuts, dude. We're most likely dead here, though. We're going to pop this with Omega. Then we'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and do this. So, Omega Shenron, right? He is building up attack. He's getting he's raising his attack by 20% up to 150 with every time he attacks, right? And then he's also reducing damage received by 5% per GT bosses category ally on the team. So right here, he has about 30% damage reduction, right? 35% damage reduction, actually. There's 6 GT bosses characters on the team right now, so. And then you get an extra 7% damage reduction per Rainbow Key Sphere. We got about 4 Rainbow Key Spheres there. So 28% damage reduction on top of the 35% is really nice. Omega Shenron is hardly taking any damage whatsoever here, so that's really, really good. And the Super 17 and then Oceanus are the two biggest worries here. But I think honestly, we're fine. Omega Shenron debuffing as much as he is, like, worst case scenario, we die and then we just revive. Like, it doesn't really matter. Omega Shenron is actually the god of this event. And I'm so happy to see it, bro. I love this unit to death. I love this unit, man. Let GT bosses get a couple more buffs. And then, like, a Dokkan Fest Baby. I would say, like, it'd be cool if we got, like, a really good support, like, banner unit Rildo. That could be really, really neat. Like a Yajirobe Rildo. Oh, guys, I'm cooking here, bro. GT bosses, it does need the buffs, though, huh? It really does. It really does. I'm very excited to see what they do with GT bosses, man. Let it get a baby. Let it get, like, anything else, and we're chill. We're chilling out. All right, Oceanus, are you gonna die so you can get the revive off? She's gonna take a... She didn't take a super. Okay. Well, I mean, as you can see, we're kind of just, like, not able to die. We're lowering Vegito's attack so much to the point where it's like... we're fodderizing this guy. We really just are. We're fodderizing him. Baby isn't going to be able to take... he can still take some damage, but it's not going to be a lot because of that dodge percentage he has. And then he also is getting he's hitting really hard, this Baby. Keep in mind, by the way, if you really wanted to, I did do this on Twitter as well. But if you don't have all the GT bosses characters, let's say you have Omega Shenron, but you don't have all of these characters, Vegito Blue does count as a pure Sands enemy. So you can place him, or you can place like people like Kalen Khalifa on the team, and they'll actually just not Kalen Khalifa, Tech Khalifa, and they'll absolutely just decimate by dodging everything. You'll avoid all damage. You basically just would be unkillable at that point. Like, GT bosses would be unkillable. Okay, yeah, double digits from Omega there. Jesus Christ. Okay, whatever, bro. Drop off. Pop off, man. Only 10 million from Baby here, though. Huh? I mean, don't get me wrong, 10 million is good. the reason why we're under 10, we're 10 million right now is because we're below that. We're below the threshold for baby. Right. He becomes way more defensive than he does offensive once he falls below that HP threshold. Hey, look who we're about to get out here, huh? That's crazy. Super 17 is out. Ain't that kind of nuts? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Omega Shenron, like I said, is just not going to be able to die. We're debuffing by so much, it's insane. Now, would Super 17 be able to die here? Maybe. He most likely will be the one who gets us killed. I would almost say over the AGL one. I think the STR one. My STR Super 17 is only 55%, so he doesn't have very many dupes into him. I know. I'm a fraud. But he is Link level 10, okay? We're cooking that way. Boom. Also, this one doesn't have big bad boss. Actually, hold on. Does our Super 17 have big bad bosses? The AGL Super 17, does he have big bad bosses? I actually do not remember. I don't think he does off the top of my head. I remember some character that should have big bad bosses not having it. Yeah, he does not have big bad bosses active here, so a bit of a fraud, you could say, right? Not having big bad bosses on Super 17s really is quite unfortunate. 4.4 here. Yeah, okay, buddy. I guess he is, like, we've been at this threshold for the longest time now. VEGITO Blue is just actually unable to kill us. We're almost about to out-heal. We're about to get to the point where we heal up enough to the point where we don't get that revive off anymore. We're getting really close. It's actually kind of scary. Here you see Omega Shenron at 7.4 million here. If we do get a revive off, though, I will say this. Omega Shenron becomes, like, so much more powerful, but we're not going to need it. We're not going to need it because Baby's just going to actually just kill here. Quite the, yeah, 19 million here to finish it off, huh? Baby is so good on this event, man. He's actually so good. He's so good. If you're going to try and run GT bosses like I did, he is a necessary component. A necessary component to this team. Staple, I would say. And you can pretty much fill in whoever you want later. Like, you're lowering so much attack anyway. Like, the people in your third slot, as we've seen, aren't going to be taking too much damage. They just aren't, so... anyway, that's going to do it for today, boys. Let me know what you guys think of the no item run for GT bosses. Quite effortless on my part. But then again, that's what happens when you let people debuff enemies, right? But I think it's so necessary because Omega Shenron wants an event like this. He wants an event like this because, like, if he doesn't, a lot of his passive is just not worth it. Running Omega or GT bosses just isn't worth it. So, I'm very happy we got this event, man. I love Omega Shenron. He's a fun-ass unit. As we've seen in this event. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. I really appreciate each and every last one of you stayed to the very end of the video. If you did, obviously you enjoyed the content, so why not like and subscribe? It's completely free, and you can take it back at any point in time. And I'm just saying, it helps support the channel so much. So, anyway, boys, I love you all. Strive to be better people every single day, and I will see you all in the next one.